Hi, Jesse here from Jesse Lee Woodworking, and today I'm going to continue on my shaker style step stool series, and I'm going to show you how I build a two-stepper. It is not much harder than the one-stepper, but it does require you to add some dowels, which, if you know my other videos, are my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and connect these boards together. I've already pre-cut everything, so this should go relatively quickly, because if you want to know how to do it, you can check out my other video. But this step stool is made out of soft maple. It also has two steps. The first step is about 7 inches high, and the second step is 15.5 inches. This is going to be super sturdy at the end of the day. It's really going to be handy around the house, and I'm building it for a couple very special people today. So I wanted to show you how I went and got that done. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing these pieces together. I am using pre-cut dowel blanks that I cut, and I'm going to go ahead and glue these together with some simple glue. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, I got them all glued up. I got 2 in each clamp. I'm just going to clamp these up for about 30 minutes. Then we'll come back, we'll check the fit, and I'll show you how I finish this step stool off. All right, so back here, and now these are all glued up. I've already gone ahead and sanded these down with 220, so they're nice and smooth. The joints came out pretty nice. And the last part before I start doing the assembly is to cut the aprons that will go across in the front. And those pieces are taken away from the front edge of the top step and the bottom step. I've done a lot of different jigs, and it's a real pain in the neck to try to get something square, but what I found that actually works really well is I use my speed square, and I have my apron right here, and I lay this on here, mark the end of the board, and then I have this set to the depth. I use my speed square. I give myself a square line on the front edge of each one, and then I actually just take good old-fashioned multi-tool, line it up, and go ahead and make that bracket. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Actually got a really hard piece right there, so it really taxed my multi-tool, but then I go ahead and I use a really nice chisel, and I will chisel away the remaining corner so that the board will sit in there really nice and flush. And it doesn't take much cleanup when you have a nice chisel like this, just by hand. You can see there, really nice square edge on both. So now that I have those all done, I can actually start to go ahead and reassemble the pieces and put on the aprons and start doing the through dowels. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start gluing this up. I am going to put glue in between all of the dovetail joints. That will give it its nice secure stability, as long with those aprons that go along in the front. Those are going to look really, really nice. So here's one side of the stool. I'm going to take some of this glue right here. And as far as the dowels go, I chose a 3/8 inch dowel on the front to hold the apron in, and also in the back, because I think it looks really nice having a bigger dowel. It does fit this piece of wood because it's 3/4 inch thick, but I wouldn't go any bigger than that. I just think it makes a nice design detail when the dowel is a little bit bigger, especially when it's exposed. And so I'm just going to go ahead and glue in between each of these joints. This can sometimes be a little tedious, but it is worth the effort. There you have it. So you can see there's a lot of glue sticking out of all the pieces. So now is most certainly the time to go ahead and clean up. All right, folks, so I'm skipping ahead to the good part because honestly, you can do the rest of the stool if you just watch my other video. But you can now see I have 6 dowels in the front and 2 through dowels on each side for the support in the back. And now this is sanded and ready for the tung oil. So I thought this would be the most exciting part. Now I did make 2 of these and I already did 1. So let's see just how nice this finish comes out. Especially on soft maple, this is just like what I did on my other stool. It just pulls out the grain in this really nicely. And this will be the first of maybe probably 6 coats. But I chose a couple of these pieces specifically because if you look at this top one, it has a quilted grain on it. And it just has that wavy, beautiful shine to it. And especially out here in the sunlight, it just pops so nicely. And now you can see why I really choose maple and tung oil. The dowels and the dovetails on the end green, they really just have a nice contrast. And the stool itself is just sturdy as hell. It'll hold 300 pounds easily. So it'll withstand the abuse over the years. Can be freshened up at any point with some more tung oil. And it just has a beautiful finish.